Alright, well hello and welcome to Let's Play GTA 3, the Definitive Edition. I'm just adjusting my seating position at the moment, and this is episode 13, Unlucky 13. And actually for being episode 13 it's gone relatively smoothly. I still failed one of the missions that we're going to be playing, but you know, it went fine. I suppose the unlucky part comes from what I'm about to say. So you know that I was due to have surgery on the 15th of October, not October, November. And it turns out that, no, it's not due until December. Today, you know, the 15th was just a consultation appointment. So, yeah, I've got some more time. But it was unlucky because within this more time, let's just say I'm not really too impressed by how the game's going so far. Not really. I'll explain more after we talk to Kenji. We're going to do a mission called Shima, I think. Yeah? No, Grand Theft Auto.
It is impossible to overestimate the importance of etiquette in this line of work. To my eternal shame, a man once did me a favor, and I've never had the opportunity to repay his kindness. The man's weakness is motor cars, and he has requested that we acquire him certain models for his collection. Needless to say, we must give him the cars as a gift to repay the debt that I owe him. You must obtain the cars on this list and deliver them to a garage behind the car park in Newport. My honor demands it.
The reason I thought it was Shima is because I remember playing Shima recently. And Grand Theft Auto is a mission obviously named after the title of the game. And it's all about stealing 3 cars for some guy's collection to make up for, I don't know, some favour that was done for Kenji once upon a time. Who knows what it was, who cares what it is, because we've got 5 minutes, and was it 6 minutes, or I don't know, however much time we've got to collect 3 cars and bring them to a garage. Now ordinarily the game does demand that you bring them in mint condition. However, the good news is that there's a paint spray right next door to the garage you're supposed to deliver them to. And it does remind me a little bit of a mission called Gang Car Roundup, which we will do in a future episode for King Courtney, one of the payphone guys. I'm going to be speaking to him in this episode actually. Not really speaking since Claude can't speak, we'll be hearing from him. And all of the vehicles in this mission are in this unique sort of reddish maroony colour. Don't know why, don't care why. But if you're obsessed with the special little oddities in GTA games, there you go. Says to repair the car, it's got to be mint, but we can repair it at Pay and Spray, and I can't be bothered not doing that. Granted, it costs you $1,000 every time you respray, but if you look at how many thousands of dollars we've got, I'm pretty sure we're going to be okay. It doesn't matter, because since we collected those hidden packages, we've got less of an incentive to spend money anyway. It's nice. Let's just get it repaired and put it in the garage, and then we've got the remaining time to get the other 2 cars. So, I wanted to say that I've been a little bit disappointed with how this game's gone, and I should have expected this, but I kind of hoped that it wasn't going to be the case. So, in a future episode when we unlock Shoreside Vale, we get access to the Dodo, which is the plane in this game. It's the only plane. It's not really a plane, because it's more like a car that was sort of programmed into a plane. It's difficult to fly. For me, I've never successfully flown the Dodo in GTA 3, ever. Since 2001 to 2021, in 20 years since the game's been out, I have never, ever, ever been able to fly the bloody Dodo. Right? I've flown it for a decent amount before on the original PS4 re-release. I have not done so in this game, because I tried it later, I tried it, didn't manage to do it. And I would show you some footage now of me doing that, but that kind of spoils things, so I'm not going to bother doing that. Now, it is a little bit disheartening because I wanted to do, I wanted to fly it in the import-export stream, just as a special treat for you all. I thought I'd get the hang of it after a few attempts. I tried. I don't know how many times, I didn't even bother counting. Because eventually, after falling in the water about 3 times, I was tired of it. And I must warn you, if I don't learn how to fly it before we get to the import-export stream, which should be sometime in the future, I'll let you know when that's going to be in the episode before. In fact, I might just stream completely randomly out of the blue, but it will be pretty late in the UK when I do that, after like midnight. So, yeah. I don't like flying the Dodo. Now, for you guys, I'll try and learn. I'll see if I'm successful. Every single time that I try to do it, I will try and record it, so that you can see what I'm doing. But, yeah, it's not gone well so far. The process, according to the instructions, everywhere that I look, the instructions are always hold the nose down by holding up on the D-pad on the original version, which you can't do in this game, even if I switched it to the classic controls, because I tried that. And then only point the nose down when it gets too high. I think that's what it is, right? That's ingrained in the back of my skull, in my brain, right? That's just permanently burned there. And for some strange reason, every single time I try to do that, when you see sparks on the nose, let go, stop holding it down, right? Oh, bugger me, we're going to have to repair it again. Every time you see sparks release, I do that, it shoots in the air like it's supposed to do, and then when I go to try and control it, no, I'm not going to listen to you. I'm going to go plunging into the water and dropping like a stone. Great. So how's it done then? Because I keep doing that and for some reason it's not doing what I tell it to do. Is there a certain point in the when it takes off that you're supposed to start pointing the nose down to control it? Because otherwise it'll just keep going up and then fall back down. Am I missing something? Do you know what? After I've recorded the commentary for this episode, I'm going to look it up, right? So, if you're probably screaming at me, no, you're doing it wrong, don't worry, because I'll find out if I'm doing it wrong soon. And then I'll try it later on. I am fresh off of trying it, by the way, that's why I'm kind of in a bit of a mood. I hope they would change it so that it's easier to fly. You know, like other planes in the series, but no. Still gonna have to learn. By the way, this is another mission from Asuka.
It's my handsome handyman. Maria's all tied up at the moment, but I'll tell her you called.
What's that, Asuka? You know, I know I've been a naughty girl, but I really need to pee, okay?
It's time you met our man inside the LPD. Here's a payment for the last little job he did for us. He is understandably cautious. Get to the payphone in Torrington as quick as you can and await his instructions.
Alright, let's do Payday for Ray, which is made unnecessarily more difficult because of the time limit, and because this idiot, Ray Machowski, spoiling his name, he likes to use payphones. He doesn't contact us on a payphone after this mission, but my golly good god green giant goodness, does he like to use payphones in this mission, and my goodness. In my original 2019 playthrough, I wondered how payphones work. I said, do they just ring and then nobody answer, and then wait for somebody to answer them? But I think, in fact, Rockstar probably got the idea of a payphone a bit wrong. Because I thought that you couldn't call a payphone, you can only make calls from a payphone. I think I remember looking it up on Wikipedia, trying to work out exactly how it works, right? And I might look that up as well to refresh my memory, but I'm pretty sure that you can't call a payphone, but you can call others from a payphone. Is that right? Is that correct? I hope so. Because considering how many phones there must be in the United States, how many unique numbers must there be to account for all those phones? Thousands, you know, hundreds of thousands probably. I'm just saying, that's just in the US. What about the rest of the world, you know? It'll be a waste of a unique phone number. Oh, bugger me, I've parked in the way. Right, move it. Get to the phone on Liberty Campus. Yeah. Will do, Ray, or Stephen Hawking, or whoever you are. To be honest, it does feel a little bit cruel to say, like, okay, Stephen Hawking, but Stephen Hawking, obviously rest in peace. He passed away a few years ago, I think. But, you know, to be called Stephen Hawking is kind of a big compliment, to be honest, because the guy was a genius. I have to remember to say was now. I still haven't got it into my head that he's, you know, passed on. In fact, to be honest, when I was in college, there were 4 different houses in the, no, it's not like Harry Potter, although I'm pretty sure that they gained some influence from that because the colours for the houses were green, blue, red and yellow. Yes, there were 4 houses, like Harry Potter, but they weren't named like the ones in Harry Potter. They weren't Slytherin and Hufflepuff and Gryffindor, and you're probably throwing things at the screen right now calling me a nerd. Yes, I've seen Harry Potter. No, I haven't read the books. Yes, the films are alright. Please shut up. So, yeah, in college there were 4 houses, and oh good, I'm going to a toilet block. That'll be fun, if incredibly unhygienic. Let's go. Let's just get on with this. There'll be a cutscene. I'll try and explain very quickly. Danger. Yeah, I can feel some danger coming up. Yep, let's go. Come on, Ray, where are you? You bastard.
You must be Azuka's new errand boy. You got the money? Is it all here? I know what you're thinking. Another bent cop. Well, it's a bent world. Just because I lost a few partners, those suckers from Internal Affairs have started sniffing around. Reckon they can smell me. Well, this city is one big open sewer. But I'm gonna need some non-union help. And if you're interested, you know where to find me.
Mission passed. How much money have we got? 11 grand. And that's payday for Ray done. I think, is that the last Asuka mission? It's not, is it? No, it's not. But yeah, 4 houses named after famous people, you know, inspirational people like Amelia Earhart, or Earhart, whichever one you want to say. I'm tempted to say Earhart because it's spelled like ear. Also, are we doing another Asuka mission? Or are we just getting in the car? Another car. Martin Luther King Jr. He's on there. He was one of the people the names, the houses were named after. And Stephen Hawking. And oh, we're gonna do a mission from King Courtney, by the way. I'll shut up as well. There's not much to say about that particular mission anyway, so I've got time to talk. Come on, King Courtney.
This is King Courtney. Me Yachty Posse could do with them rude boy driver and people is saying you the man. Get to the waste ground opposite the stadium in a car and wait for the other hopefuls. I've got been watching checkpoints all over Staunton. First driver to a checkpoint gets the bling bling, then it's on to the next stop. If you get more checkpoints than any other driver, I can have me a little work for you.
Okay. You will notice the subtitles don't match what he's saying because he's using Jamaican slang. And to be honest, I still don't understand Jamaican slang, and I don't think I'm supposed to. I'm pretty sure there's a resource online for figuring out what all the different slang terms mean. Prepare to race! Ooh, we got a cheetah, a patriot, and a bobcat. Only one of these will be a real threat. Well, I say that, but just watch what happens. I don't fail it, but I don't do as well as I probably should have, because this mission is usually incredibly easy. So they were named after Amelia Earhart. Why do I say Earhart? Because it's spelled Earhart, okay? I like to say things as they're spelled, alright? If you want me to say them differently, you'll have to tell me. Malala Yousafzai. She's inspirational. Stephen Hawking. I was in Stephen Hawking's house, and there was also Martin Luther King Jr., obviously. So 4 houses. Blue, red, yellow, green, like Harry Potter. And I always thought it's a bit strange, because 2 of the house people they're named after are dead. Now it's 3 with Stephen Hawking. Malala Yousafzai is the only one of those 4 that are still around. By the way, I don't know if it still uses the house system or not. It seemed kind of pointless. There was no real reason for it to be there. But I'm just saying, it's not like you wore different clothes or a different symbol like you do in Harry Potter. It's not like that. Although, to be honest, I'm pretty sure that a lot of people wishes there was a school like Hogwarts. To be honest, that would be kind of cool to see, but then everyone would call you a massive nerd. Probably. 4 of 15. So yeah, that was that. I just thought it was strange, that's all. Bling Bling Scramble. Usually an easy mission. Didn't go as well as I'd liked it to this time around. Usually I can get like 11, maybe 12 of 15. I don't know if anyone's ever gotten all 15 of these. I'm sure it's possible somehow, but there are just some that seem impossible to get, you know, because everyone else is still moving, and sometimes the checkpoint can spawn nearby and you're already rocketing off to another direction. I should have probably got in that stinger that I just smashed into, not this bloody Esperanto. Which reminds me, I've already talked about the import-export stream. I will make a list of all the vehicles that are required for Portland and Shoreside Vale, and we'll do them one at a time, so I'm not gonna go back and forth between Portland and Shoreside Vale. That will just be a piss take, right? If I pick up a car and it's not required for Portland, and I'm doing the Portland one, I'm not going to pick it up. I'm not going to take it to Shoreside Vale. Instead, I'm just going to leave it for later, because, to be honest, the ones in Portland are rarer to see. And once we unlock Shoreside Vale, we can do the import-export stream. Though I may leave it until after I've done things like Vigilante and Taxi Driver and stuff like that for Staunton, because it's less fun. I think import-export is probably going to be more fun for me personally. It might not be for viewers, because it doesn't involve any action or missions, but I just think that it's more relaxed, right? I'm not under pressure like I am in this mission. And to be honest, it'll make a nice change from doing Vigilante or Taxi Driver or Rampages. I'm still not going to do Rampages until I absolutely have to, although I do have a little bit of a concern regarding that. I did look up on the wiki, and it keeps saying that the mission Kingdom Come for King Courtney is the one that makes the Yardies hate you. However, there is also a mission that Kenji has called Smackdown, in which your whole prime objective is to murder Yardie dealers, right? So, I mean, I'm not expecting there to be any changes with that. I'm not saying the wiki is lying, but I'm sort of thinking, if I spend a mission killing nothing but Yardis, surely that should be the mission that makes them hate me. I'm just thinking. I did look over the description for the page for SmackDown. It didn't say it makes the Yardis hostile, but I don't know if I should risk it. I'm gonna risk it. I'll do a quick test though, right, sometime, to see if the Yardis hate me yet. And if they don't, it means that Kingdom Come will make them hate me, so I'll do the rampages for Staunton before Kingdom Come. Right, let's go Ray, let's do a mission for you. Silence the sneak.
That scumbag, McCaffrey! He took more bribes than anyone. He thinks he's gonna get an honorable discharge if he turns state evidence. He just squealed. He's under armed protection in Witchek property down in Newport, some apartment behind a car park. Torch that place. That should flush him out when you hunt him down. Make sure he never talks to nobody.
Alright, let's do Silence the Sneak for Ray. By the way, I don't do commentary recordings directly one after another, so even in the same episode I may not be from the same commentary session, as it were. I might be sort of picking up where I left off. And by the way, Silence the Sneak goes fairly well. It's pretty easy if you have an explosive weapon, or, well, in this case a shotgun is what I used, because I realised I didn't have a rocket launcher. But even easier if you have a rocket launcher. You just have to throw this grenade through the window. Although if you have a rocket launcher you can just launch a rocket in there and it will draw him out. At least it did in the original, and I'm 99.9% sure it will work here. Anyway, let's just kill McCaffrey, who is Leon McCaffrey from GTA Liberty City Stories. If you remember him, we did some missions for him in that game. But mission passed, 30 grand. Leon is dead. Right? Right. So, the next mission is something that I'm not really looking forward to doing. But the reason why I mentioned that I'm not in the same recording session is because I think I'm about to get busted in a month for a ridiculous reason, such as having no doors on what so happened to be the side that the cop was on to bust me here. We haven't been busted before, have we? There we go. That was cheap. It was a lot of crap. So, the reason why I mentioned it is because sometimes I accidentally don't save my videos in Share Factory, so it means that the work that I've just been doing commentary wise has not been saved. And that annoys me when I do that, but it's my own fault. I just wish that Share Factory had a feature where it automatically just saved things, you know? I really think it should, just to stop that rubbish from happening. So, here I am redoing the commentary for this episode. And the next mission is called Uzi Rider. It's not something that I'm going to enjoy doing, and I'll explain why, and I'll be very brief about it because I will eventually fail it, but that'll give us some more time to talk about other things, right? But for right now, let's just get our body armor, and we've got full health. Yeah, we have. That's good. Right, on we go to, what are we doing? Oh yeah, King Courtney's mission, Uzi Rider. I was going to take that stinger, but I thought there's no point getting out of this Sentinel. There really isn't. Yeah, it really does feel like I just can't take no more. Right, come on King Courtney, let's go.
I need to see if you're capable of doing me dirty work. See if you're family or not, don't you know? Two of my boys will be there any second to take you for a ride. See if you're the article or a sister or something.
This is the mission Uzi Rider. It is not fun, and I don't know a single person who has played this game that enjoys it, because it's just not fun. You may think when I read you the description of what we're gonna do, he kind of explains it. This guy, he says we're gonna kill some Diablo people. You know, the Diablo gang back in Hepburn Heights in Portland. And he does something like you'll need an Uzi, a piece, you know, a gun, which we already had, but okay, give us some more. Who cares? So, you have to drive to Portland in the Perennial. The Perennial is not a good car. It's not a fun car to be in. It's a bit slow. And you can't leave this car during this mission. Because for some reason it's the most upsetting thing that you could ever do to these two guys here. Leaving the car. Right? Even if you're gonna blow up, they won't accept you leaving the car. If the car blows up, it's mission failed, by the way. If you die or get busted, mission failed obviously. If you leave the car, mission failed. So it is very annoying because you have to drive to another island down the Staunton section of the Porter Tunnel, which is not fun to drive on, namely because it's thinner than the rest of the sections of the tunnel. For some reason it's only a 2-lane road and everything else is well, 2-lane. This is 2 lanes going forwards and coming back, right? But that one is just 1 lane forward and 1 lane the other way, if that makes any sense. So yeah, this mission is not fun. I recommend you take the tunnel because it's just nearby and it'll get you to Hepburn Heights quicker. Yeah, so, knowledge is king. Yeah, it is, man. The knowledge that this mission sucks complete bollocks is fun. Is king, sorry. I do apologise for misquoting you there, so... well, let's just talk about something else. I was gonna say that the GTA Talk radio stations, like Chatterbox in this game, they're very good, they're quite funny actually. And to be honest, I should listen more to them. I've listened to the entirety of Chatterbox, I've listened to WCTR from San Andreas, also VCPR from Busted, which is bullshit, but okay. I listened to by the way, game, do not call this a checkpoint, it is the start of the mission. It is not a checkpoint if it is the start of the mission. Which part of that do you not understand? So I'm gonna have to drive all the way back there. You couldn't have given me a checkpoint when I exited the tunnel or anything when I was in Portland, could you? No, 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 no. That's not a checkpoint. The beginning of the mission is a checkpoint to these guys. Oh god. Why even bother having it there then if I still have to start again? You know? Anyway, yeah, I listened to VCPR from Vice City in its entirety. And I should listen to the one from Liberty City Stories, which is Liberty City Free Radio, I think. Yeah. There's also 2 radio talk stations in there's technically 3, although Integrity is not really a talk show, it's more like an interviewing people randomly on the street. Laszlo does that. But in GTA 4 there's 2. There's WKTT, which is like the right wing. It says it has right wing leanings on the wiki. Honestly, I never noticed that when I used to listen accidentally to the station. I just had it on. And I think it was a show about a judge who was dealing with a case of, I don't know, a woman being pregnant and a man denying that it's his child or something like that. You know, like Jerry Springer, but probably worse. I've never watched Jerry Springer. I know it's just Jeremy Kyle, but with an American guy, right? And before you ask, no, I do not like Jeremy Kyle. I think he's a knobhead. I think he's a colossal wanker. That's not even because I've been on the show. I think everybody on the show probably hates him. But then it did come out recently when a person on the show sadly committed suicide. And I believe he was 60 years old, this guy. So after appearing on the show he committed suicide, and that was the end of the Jeremy Kyle show. But it ran for many, many years before that, and nobody fucking cared. You know, some of the things that Jeremy Kyle said could nowadays be classed as quite serious abuse, but back then, no, totally fine. Totally fine, because, you know, he may have cheated on his girlfriend, even though the lie detector test is, we don't even know what kind of lie detector test it is, so if it's the polygraph test, it's not always reliable. We just don't know. He could be making up those friggin' results, who knows? Because they always deny it, you know, they always do deny it. I know that as humans we naturally sort of deny wrongdoings that we do, but you'd think after being caught out somebody would maybe try to say, yeah, okay, I did it, alright? But no, they don't. No, they never did. I know I'm ranting and raving out. I know I was supposed to be talking about local radio in this episode, but I think I'm going to do it next time. Or when I've got some more time. So I haven't really finished with the Jeremy Kyle show. I'm so glad it's gone. Right, I don't like Jeremy Kyle as a person, let alone his program. Right, and I swear if they bring it back, whichever channel it's on, I'm writing an angry letter to said channel, and I'm going to say you're a deplorable bastard for allowing this idiot back on the television. If somebody commits suicide over something that you said, or something that happened on your program, you are responsible for it. Right? I'm pretty sure had he not appeared on the program, the guy would have been fine. But no. But no. I'm surprised it hasn't happened earlier, to be honest with you. I mean, how many... are there any cases where it's happened before? Because I'm kind of thinking that there probably was. We just never heard about them because... you know, they might not have said anything about the show whilst, you know, doing the act. Right? I'm just saying it's a horrible show. I'm not sure about Jerry Springer, I've never seen it. I just know that it's the same sort of deal as Jeremy Kyle. It might just be, is Jerry Springer that bad? I can't think of any other show that's as bad as Jeremy Kyle's show, I've got to be honest. It was just torture, right? Torture to watch and listen to. But by the way, it wasn't me who was watching, it was somebody else in the house. But I had to watch it because back then there was we didn't have any internet, you know? So I couldn't just go on my phone. I didn't even have a smartphone until I guess 2019 sort of time, if you can believe that. And you know, it's just, I'm glad it's gone, alright? There are some programs on the TV that I do not like. And I do apologise if you loved Jeremy Kyle's show, but you probably only loved it because you just enjoyed other people's misery. But the truth is that sometimes I think a lot of that misery was just made up. There's not a lot of families or people in general out there who are willing to go on television and talk about their problems. Especially some of the things that they talked about on that show, like, oh, the baby might not be his. Right? And, so if the baby wasn't theirs, right, what would happen is, the woman who is having the baby would be called a cheater, you know. It was mainly to be honest, you didn't even really need another person there to comment, because Jeremy would just put whoever it was down, you know. Yeah, I'm not finished ranting, but I'm gonna have to, because it's the end of today's episode. I do hope you enjoyed it despite that rambling on, but maybe when we come back next time we might continue the conversation a little bit more, because I haven't really finished. But anyway, thanks for watching this episode. I do hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment and subscribe if you want to, and yeah, do stay safe. I'll see you all in the next episode, which is episode 14. See you all around.